Exactly 2 years ago, I woke up in this van for the first time. I had no idea what was ahead. I just knew I couldn't stay where I was. My hands were shaking, heart pounding, stomach in knots. But I turned the key anyway. That morning, 4th of April 2023, closing my door to my old house for the last time and jumping into my car for the first time. It was such an excitement and I felt so joyful, but I also didn't really know what I should expect. I thought that it would just be one of those road trips that I've done before, and it's just gonna be around 2 months. Me, the cat, and the van. But nothing could have prepared me for everything this journey would teach me. It was around 6 p.m. I remembering just being exhausted, been driving so much, done this big change, like leaving my old life behind, my husband, my house, everything that was safe and secure. So I fix up my car for going to bed, eating something very quickly on this amazing beach, closing my door, and just go to bed and just cry constantly for 2 hours because it just hit me. All those emotions, because I've been on the road and just driving and I didn't reflect on what I just did. And then all the emotions just flew over me and just poured over me. And I cried constantly for 2 hours. And then I opened up my door and stepping out just to do like brushing my teeth and so. And outside, this guy is sitting, waiting for me. And he's like, hello, coming up, running to me. I was like, hey. I was like all, red in my face because I've been crying so long. And he starts talking to me and he was asking me so many questions like, hey, I saw that you were from Sweden. I'm a truck driver and I'm from Poland, and here in Spain not many people are talking English, so I saw that you were from Sweden and I just had to talk to someone because I haven't been talking to anyone in such a long time. So I thought that I will just wait for you until you come back out. And that was such a heartwarming moment for me that, like, first, maybe he could have been creepy or something, but he wasn't. He was just genuinely out for connection. And that was exactly what I needed back then and that in that moment. So we were talking for the whole evening. I think we went to bed around 1. We said, okay, maybe we should go to sleep now. Yeah, bye-bye, because he was driving early in the morning. And I was just filled up with so much energy. We were just talking about the big change that I've been doing now and the trip that he was doing with his truck and everything. And that was my first, like, wow moment of seeing people outside of my comfort zone and talking to strangers and taking up that connection that this whole lifestyle is all about. It's all about talking to strangers. It's all about learning how to think in new perspectives and take in new cultures and new values into your life. So there I was, 1 week into my travel and to my journey with no backup plan. I've just left everything with €1,000 left on my account because it took €1,000 just to travel down to Spain. And I had on my account €2,000 when I started. But something inside of me was screaming for this. And I knew that this is a journey I have to do. I have to do this healing work, and I have to do this to follow my dream and my intuition that says that this is something I just have to do. One of the biggest lessons I have encountered and learned on this journey of living in my van for 2 years now is to be alone. I was terrified. My head was talking to me constantly, telling me that I can't do it on my own. I need to have someone by my side to do things. I can't provide for myself. I had all these stories inside my head telling me that I'm not strong enough to do and be alone and do a trip like this. And for the first couple of months, that was what I still believed. I still proved to myself when my bank account was at €60 and my camera broke and my computer broke. I couldn't earn a living. I was thinking about going on the street, selling myself just to be able to pay cat food. And I was constantly reminding myself and telling myself that, okay, you see, you can't do this. You can't do this on your own. You are not good enough on this. And the second lesson was to reach out for help. Like, no one can do anything good in this world by themselves. But I was so programmed to be independent in one way that I just took care of everything. I was always in my relationship, the mother that would do everything and check in and always make sure that I controlled and said to my partner, like, have you taken your pills? Have you done this? Have you done it? Like a mother, not a loving relationship. So I was in this also independent mode that I'm a strong and independent woman and I don't need other people. So I didn't dare asking for help. Like, things are really screwed up now and I really need help. I wasn't that strong, and because that's a strength, asking for help. So I learned through being at the rock bottom to reach out for help. And I am amazed still today how incredibly helpful people are still today. Like, even from people you don't know, that you reach out for help. Even if it's just like, hey, I missed this herb for something I'm cooking. Do you have that? Asking your neighbor, or reaching out on the internet and like, hey, this has happened. I don't really know what to do. I do not have anything figured out. Like, anyone have any advice or any tips. So reaching out for help have opened so many doors, so many possibilities, and have opened doors to so many heartwarming people that I'm just forever grateful for. And for everyone who have helped me throughout this journey, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to every single one of you who have supported me in any way throughout this journey. I remember every single one of you, and I know that what you put out, you're gonna get back. Hi, darling. Do you want some candy? Come on. Yo, hello there. How do you feel about being on the road, Tindra? Yeah. There have been days I have questioned everything. Why do I even do it? Is it even worth it? And then there's days when stars are aligned and you remember why you do this. Through these years when I've been traveling, I have of course met a lot of amazing people. Sometimes you travel with someone for a few weeks, a few days, or months. Or sometimes you are just in one spot in months. When everything crashed for me, I was in one spot for a very, very long time. And that was in Marbella in Spain. So I was on this spot for several months, and I just worked on myself. I didn't have any money to refill the gas in my car and do big adventures and so on. So I took my responsibility and just stayed in one spot. But what I did then was the most growth with myself. I was meditating every single day. I was taking care of myself in a way that I've never done before. I was just laying in bed and letting my body just reset. And that was the thing that I needed the most back then. I'd been so stressed. I had so much emotional and physical stress lately, so I really needed that time to connect with myself, connect with my own thoughts and so on. So I was laying in bed for hours just watching the ocean on this spot and just reflecting and journaling and meditating. I've come to realize that van life has never been about the van. It has been about becoming the person I was meant to be. All through these years traveling around by myself, I have reflected a lot about loneliness and being on my own. And there is a big difference about being alone or feeling alone. So you can be in the city today with a lot of different people around you, but you can still feel lonely because you are not connecting with other people, to nature and so on. And I think that is one of the most beautiful lessons I have learned, to embrace being alone, but working on feeling alone. And why do I feel alone? Do I feel alone because there is a wound inside of me that I need to heal? Do I need to cry? What do I need to feel worthy on my own and feel worthy of existence? Because you are worthy just as you are. And that is something I have struggled with a lot in my life, to feel worthy of just love and love for myself. If you feel stuck, if you feel like your life doesn't fit you anymore, just know you can begin again. You do not need to have everything figured out. You just need to take that small first step. Years ago, I chose freedom, and that changed everything. This is just the beginning. There are still more stories to tell, places to visit, and people to talk to. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here with me. Every comment, every like, every DM and share, everything means the world to me. Let's keep chasing freedom together.